Everyone in this luxury restaurant laughed at her. A young delivery girl, barely noticed, barely taken seriously. They thought she was just another ordinary worker, but no one expected what she could do. One word, spoken in a language no one else understood, changed everything. In just a few seconds, the whole room realized they had completely underestimated her. And what happened next? You won't believe it. The laughter began before she even reached the table. Not the kind of laughter that comes from joy, but the kind meant to shrink someone down. 19-year-old Lena stepped carefully across the marble floor, balancing a tray of crystal glasses in both hands. The restaurant sparkled with chandeliers and gold-trimmed chairs, filled with wealthy guests dressed like they belonged on magazine covers. She didn't. Her uniform was simple, her shoes worn, and a small tear hid near the sleeve she kept tucked close to her body. At table 12 sat 4 businessmen in expensive suits. One of them glanced up as she approached. "Delivery girls serving now?" he muttered loudly. Another smirked. Maybe they ran out of real staff. The men chuckled. The sound echoed in Lena's ears, hot and sharp. She lowered her gaze, pretending she hadn't heard. She had heard worse before, much worse. She placed the glasses down gently, hands steady despite her racing heart. She knew the rules. Don't react, don't argue, don't defend yourself. Just do your job. But the laughter didn't stop. "Careful," one man said mockingly. "Wouldn't want you dropping those. Probably cost more than your monthly salary." More laughter. A few nearby diners glanced over, uncomfortable, but no one spoke. Lena simply nodded politely. "Your drinks, sir." She turned to leave. And that should have been the end of it. But fate had already decided this would be the day everything changed. Lena wasn't supposed to be working in a luxury restaurant. 2 months earlier, she'd been delivering food on a scooter, racing through traffic to earn enough money to help her mother pay rent. Her father had passed away years ago, leaving behind debts instead of savings. Since then, life had been a constant uphill climb. School in the mornings, deliveries in the afternoons, studying at night. One evening, rain had flooded the streets, and Lena arrived late to a delivery. The restaurant manager, Mr. Kareem, had seen her shivering outside, soaked but still apologizing for being 2 minutes late. Instead of yelling, he'd asked, "Do you want a job inside?" She'd blinked in shock. And just like that, she'd been hired as a temporary server. She wasn't polished. She didn't speak like the wealthy customers. She didn't look like the others, but she worked harder than anyone. Still, customers often assumed she didn't belong. Tonight was no different. She didn't know that within minutes, he glanced at the other waiters. They looked equally confused. One attempted English. The guest responded again in Arabic, slower this time, clearly expecting understanding. Whispers spread among staff. "Does anyone speak Arabic?" Silence. The guest's expression shifted from patient to slightly annoyed. His assistants exchanged glances. One of them checked his watch. This wasn't good. Important clients expected smooth service. Miscommunication could mean offense. Offense could mean complaints. Complaints could mean the restaurant losing its reputation. Mr. Kareem swallowed nervously. "Sir, one moment, please." He rushed to the kitchen. "Does anyone speak Arabic?" Heads shook. Panic tightened his chest. Out in the dining hall, the businessmen from table 12 watched with amusement. "Looks like luxury service isn't so perfect after all," one of them whispered, grinning. The VIP guest spoke again, this time firmer. The tone wasn't angry, but it was clear he was losing patience. The entire staff stood frozen, except for one person,